I'm built to win. Apply myself, I filtered in. No time for the doubt, they counting me out, I'm getting it in. Yeah. No time for no loss, I'm paying the cost, I'm in it to win. Yeah. Refuse. Mine, it can't be diffused. If you ain't thinking the same, then we playing by different rules. You can't see the vision, we living at different views. Until we complete the mission, keep getting up, never snooze. I walked a mile in my shoes, had the mind of a fool, chasing diamonds and jewels. Trust me, I was confused. Started minding my business and used my mind as a tool. Ended up finding my purpose and found the time to get to it. They told me I couldn't do it, they told me I couldn't make it. They sold it, could never break it. That's sadly mistaken. I need a piece of the pie, I want it so bad I can taste it. They told me like Toby, keep on running toes, they gon' take them. Refuse to lose, built to win. Apply myself, I filtered in. No time for the doubt, they counting me out, I'm getting it in. Yeah. No time for no loss, I pay for the cost, I'm winning to win. Yeah. Refuse to lose, I'm built to win. Apply myself, I filtered in. No time for the doubt, they counting me out, I'm getting it in. Yeah. No time for no loss, I'm paying the cost, I'm in it to win. Yeah. Refuse.
Okay, y'all excited. It's Friday. Y'all excited. Woo! Some people are excited. Welcome to Refuse to Lose. Welcome to Refuse to Lose Sports. My name is Joe Jordan. We have an awesome episode for y'all today. And championship weekend is here, fellas. It's here. And we got to talk about the preview between the Patriots versus the Broncos and the Rams versus the Seahawks, part 3, fellas. And look, one of my bros not here, Davey Dollars. He couldn't make it today, but it's all good. He's doing good. But I have 2 of my brothers with me. On my far left to your far right, we got Mr. CTC himself. You know, a host of Carl Talking College. It's a college football, college basketball show. Got an episode dropping tomorrow, I believe. And make sure you go check out that post-game episode for the Natty. Get my boy Carl right there. And in the middle, we got co-host of In the Red Corner, boxing only show, Mr. You Done Son. Hey, Carl also got a new head coach, and Tomo got a new DC, and he stole it from Philly. Tomo, Carl, how y'all doing, fellas?
I see what you did there, man. You know, the city of brotherly love. They did something nice. They brotherly shoved the brother down to Dallas. So shout out to y'all. But other than that, I'm doing well, Joe. I can't wait to talk about some of these coaches. Also hear about some of these games going into the weekend. And see why Carl got on all that gear. Some people in Baltimore don't really like the hire. So I can't wait to hear from him also. How y'all?
Dang. You see the name, man. I'm doing good. Man, I'm focused on, the Ravens hire. I'm focused on football this Sunday. But I'm also focused on the Chipotle Classic tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? So, but let's get into these topics. Let's have a great show.
Minty fresh.
See what I did.
I like that. I like that.
Cav always come out with the creative backgrounds. Carl always got a creative name every single time he come on. But look, y'all, we got a great show for y'all, like I said. But before we get into the episode, we got some ground rules. First of all, we got streaming this on 4 different platforms: Twitch, X, Facebook, and YouTube. So make sure you like the video on whatever platform you're watching this on. If you could click on other platforms and do that also if you can. And also, listen, you can follow us in all the social media platforms. We are everywhere, almost everywhere. I Refuse to Lose Sports, but on X and Twitch, you can follow us at R2L Sports. Dropping content for y'all on a daily basis. And share this episode with somebody, anybody, so they could come on, not physically, but come on the show in the comment section and be involved, because we can see all the comments y'all will be putting out throughout the show. Shout out to Daniel for being the first comment. Cheers. Happy Friday. Hello, everyone. Happy Friday to you, too. Hey, if you're on the East Coast, you might get snowed in. If you're in Florida, you be straight. But make sure y'all have a good weekend. Enjoy these games. But right now, kick back and enjoy the rest of the show. Tomo, floor is yours.
Well, I know, like you said, on the East Coast, the upper East Coast, I know right now, it's either you got a fireplace or that thermostat, and y'all going to have to do what our brother Davey Dollar will tell you right now.
Turn me up.
Because it's definitely going to be cold. About as cold as the Eagle offensive room. But we ain't got too much to say about that. They can't sign a war coordinator to save their life, Joe. They went from having the best offense to not even know who gonna call the offense. But I know who gonna call plays in Atlanta. Kevin Stefanski. I mean, we kind of touched on this a little bit, Joe. Where I think we supposed to reroute. You rerouting? Let me know.
Yeah,
Okay, we can call it audible. I'm cool. The headset.
Here?
Yeah, you don't remember that one clip? So the headset was right there, man. They was like, I can't hear the play. He's still talking. He's still going. Stafford was telling him just be quiet, but he was still going. This is how long Sean McVay plays are. The question is it Sean versus Mike? Or is it Griffey versus the rest of the world? Because we got Griffey backstage and we're going to bring him up here. We got to talk about this game. What's up, Griffey? Hold on. We got
What's up?
Info. I got you.
Thank you. What's going on?
What up?
Not too much, man. I mean,
good.
The intro I had for you, and I was thinking more so about it when I was talking to Joe, right? We was on the phone, and I was like, man, Griffey come on there and he killed his secondary so much because they don't defend. And I'm sitting over here as a Cowboy fan like, I wish my secondary sucked that bad that I could at least say we in a championship game. Our defense got cooked so bad, we went home 4 weeks before the season was over. But now you're here with another opponent. You got to prove it. Mike McDonald coming from the Ravens, second year removed. Sam Darnold, so many questions they need to answer on that side of the ball. But tell us why the Rams are going to come out victorious.
Well, for me, I do talk about that secondary a lot, but it's mostly because of the game plan is like soft coverage. They don't get burned over the top. It's not like they're getting burned for 400 yards a game. You know, it's just like they love giving up the short yardage and stuff. No,
PTSD.
this is part of why I think they're gonna win. They love giving up that short yardage play and all that, and I feel like Seattle has a tendency to want to go deep and like want to set up Sam Darnold with the run game in order to hit the play action in order to go deep. So I think that helps the Rams in a way. The game becomes very different when they're ahead than when the game's tied or when they're down. I feel like they are more aggressive on defense. They're smarter on defense. The problem is, it's just that they don't stick to a consistent game plan. But I think Sean McVay finally, after all this time, learned, hey, you know what? Maybe if the run's working, maybe I should stick to the run. If the pass is working, maybe I should stick to the pass. It seemed like something clicked. You could see it in Sean McVay's post-game presser. He realized, he's like, yo, I'm getting away from what's working, and I need to focus on sticking to the plan that's been successful this whole time. So I feel like we're going to see a lot of Kyron Williams, probably a lot of Blake Corum, but I don't think as much as he usually does because you brought in Blake Corum to help Kyron so you can save him for the playoffs.
Mm-hmm.
Coming to the realization against the Bears that, hey, Kyron, no doubt about it, no argument needed, is your best running back. He's patient. He hits the holes. He gains yards. He fights for yards. He's your best running back. I think a little bit of it is containing also on defense for the Rams is containing Kenneth Walker and forcing Sam Darnold to pass. And I know people will say, oh, you're going to play the whole game plan of letting Sam Darnold beat you. And da-da-da. Like, if he does, he does. If he does, he does. Because I feel like a lot of what happened in the 49er game was a lot of run. Special teams was amazing for Seattle. That's another thing. Kick that ball out of bounds, Rams. A lot of special teams, a lot of good defense, a lot of chances for the Seattle to control the game and have the game in their hands throughout. But again, the 49ers were depleted and everything. So a lot of people take that as like, oh, Seattle should be this dominant force and stuff like that. And I'm like, oh, slow down. Because the Rams blew out the Niners too. So it's not that big of an accomplishment. The last two meetings came down to a combined 3 points for both sides. 2-point win for the Rams, 1-point win for Seattle on a controversial 2-point conversion. But hey, Rams lost. Can't say anything else. And these teams are so evenly matched. I got it right here. It was like what was it? The all-time record is like 29-28 Seattle. And then the points scored in the series is 1,223 to 1,222.
That's crazy.
So
That
that's a rivalry.
like
Yeah, I
that's
lost on one last time. That's crazy.
and I'm talking about like both teams are up. Like they're both good. They're both good. This is like an even matchup that you will ever see. Both teams can do literally everything well. Like as much as I burned the secondary, the Seattle secondary gave up 400 yards to Stafford. Like, it's like everyone looks at the Niner game and is like, oh my God, what defense. And this wasn't like a one fluke thing. It happened both games where it seemed like Stafford would just find someone open. And like he hasn't turned the ball over against Seattle, knock on wood, knock on wood. um, but yeah, I think it just comes down to like if we're looking at these two evenly matched teams, it's who can execute better. And both teams have shown they can do it. But for me, I let the ball stay in Sam Darnold's hand. And I think that's the best way to succeed.
Okay. Take it away, Joe.
Hey, Griffin, we can hear on the noise in the background.
Oh, sorry about that.
Oh,
Give
you
me
go,
one
you
second.
go, you go. Yeah. But here's the thing. Like, I'm going with the Rams. So y'all know what's funny about these two matchups? How he said like it's close and everything. In the first game, the Seahawks dominated time of possession, 38 minutes to 22 minutes, right? But the Seahawks lost the first game. The second game, the Rams dominated time of possession, 41 minutes to 26 minutes, and the Rams lost the game. So the team that had dominated time of possession had lost the game. The reason why I'm going with the Rams is the same reason why I should have went with Seattle against the 49ers. I came on here and I told Carl, I said the third game favors the better coach, but the third game favors a better team. Now, the first time they played the Seahawks, Stafford didn't have a great game. Now, did he turn the ball over? No, but he didn't have a Stafford MVP type game. And that was in LA. The second game they played late in the season. So this is a few weeks ago. Late in the season in Seattle, like he said, the Rams put up over 580 yards total. And Stafford was having an MVP type season and being the first quarterback all year to lose a game when scoring in overtime. It's crazy, right? So he kind of figured that defense out, and he was picking them apart the whole game for real. And a lot of fluke stuff happened for the Seattle Seahawks to come back and win that game. Now, this game is going to be in Seattle. It's the playoffs. The stakes are higher. So when the stakes are higher, I feel it's going to be a close game. Let me go with the more experienced quarterback who's been in the situation, who's proven over and over again that he can get through the situation versus the guy who's shown me over and over again that he's not going to get through the situation, which is Sam Darnold. So Seahawks defense is great. But like I said, in Seattle last game, Matthew Stafford had his way. I'm going to go with the Rams to win this in a close one.
Take it away, Carl.
Y'all know I'm going with the Rams, man. Did y'all know that Sam Darnold, dating back to the playoff game against the Los Angeles Rams when he was on the Vikings, got 7 interceptions. The Rams have 7 interceptions against Sam Darnold. He had 1 in the game against the when he was on the Vikings, where they lost 27-9. The Rams also had 9 sacks that game. 4 in the game where Matt Stafford didn't play great, but thank God Sam Darnold was on the other side, and they won by a missed field goal. And then 2 in the game where somebody tried to tell me they won the game. Sam Darnold deserves credit for that win, which is preposterous. He had 2 picks in that game where Rashid Shaheed took a punt to the crib. They got a real 2-point conversion. Then Rashid Shaheed takes a screen like maybe 30, 40 yards before a well-designed play by Clint Kubiak has a wide-open A.J. Barner for a touchdown, and then they get a BS. He said controversial. I'm just straight up say it. BS 2-point conversion. The whistle was blown. How are we going to have somebody pick the ball up after the whistle was blown and say it was a 2-point conversion? You blew the whistle. The play was dead. That's why he was able to pick the ball up. So, yeah, so a BS 2-point conversion. I give him credit for that last-minute drive. That was all, I give him credit for that. But come on, man. I'm going with the Rams. The Rams had great success in the second game against the Seahawks in Seattle, mind you. So I think Matt Stafford will have a good game against them there. Also, Kyren Williams, like you said, against Seattle, 23 carries, 70 yards. So not great yards per carry, but the thing I look at there is the 23 carries. They gave him the ball. That was in Seattle. So while Matthew Stafford was doing his thing, he still got 23 touches. Now, the first game in LA, he had 12 carries for 91 yards, so 7.6 a carry and a touchdown. So he has some success there against Seattle as well. So I'm gonna pick the Rams here. The Rams, for some reason, I don't want to say for some reason, but the Rams do catch interceptions when playing Sam Darnold. I think he throws another one this Sunday, and I think Matthew Stafford moves on to the bowl.
Last time this team was here, last time this duo got to a championship game, they found a way to make it to the Super Bowl. They got to the Super Bowl, they ended up winning it. I think this is the second go around, and I think both of these guys are trying to find it. They're like, you know what, this may be our last shake. I'm not saying Sean McVay might retire, but the conversation is always there after each season. It's like, hey, are you coming back? Are you coming back? Matt Stafford came into the season with the bad back, and we already know a lot of people saying, well, I don't know how the Rams. I was one of those people that said, I don't know what the Rams going to look like because we have the whole back situation with Matt Stafford. And then he proceeds to just go out there and say, hey, I'm the MVP of the league. Shut me right on up. Here's Stafford chance yet again to go into a hostile environment, which they definitely did in Chicago, but all the fans wanted the Bears to win that game. The fans were definitely not on the Rams side there. So you think they're going to be on the side when the 12th man is out there? Definitely not. So I think they got to prove it there. Joe, you said one thing about Sam Darnold. You said over and over again. This year, he kind of been killing that narrative about him where he's just like, I can't win the big game or I'm going to mess it up when it's time to show up in the big game. Name one. Name four.
I mean,
they win in spite of Sam Darnold.
Yeah, every big game doesn't play well. I feel like every big game had.
Yes. The Rams game they won in Seattle.
So the Steelers game
of Sam Darnold.
The Steelers game not a big game though.
Steelers not no big game. I know we lose to the Steelers, but like that's not a big game.
The big game was the 49ers game when they won, despite of him, and both Rams games.
I'm about to we just seen the Steelers in Wild Card Monday get spanked 30-6 while forcing 3 turnovers.
I watched the game with Sam Darnold went out there and looked bad and proceeded to find a way to win the game. Versus, I gotta go back in my records and find it, but I see what y'all saying. The stigma isn't as bad this season. Like he's been showing up in some of these games. Like they could have been, their record could have been worse than what it was.
I mean, he won the Drake May way. Go ahead.
See, look what you just.
All right, you know what? I ain't even mad at it because it helped my point. So go ahead. Yeah, he won the Drake May way. But I will say this. He's going to have to prove it again because this is the biggest stage of the stages, right? Because when he was with the Vikings and he went out there and they needed him to win a few games and AJ holds it over his head so much that it's like when they need him to win, he's going to do this. So I think Sam Darnold is going to play better. I think he's going to kill the stigma. I'm picking the Rams because, again, I'm going with the experience of the head coach, the experience of the not wide receivers. I do like their wide receivers, but of the quarterback as well. Because Matt Stafford says, look, I need to get back there and put the icing on the cake. I do got a little personal vendetta also with a defensive player with the Seahawks. But if they make it to the Super Bowl, I wouldn't be mad at them. But I don't think they're doing it this year.
And that's another thing. Did Tate play that second game? Or was
no?
He didn't play,
They put up 500 yards without Devontae Adams.
I thought so. Tate didn't play that second game. And then to counteract your point about that Steelers win, that's the same game Caleb Johnson let the ball go in the end zone and the Seahawks picked it up for a touchdown. Sam Darnold, I believe, threw like 2 picks in that game.
That ain't got nothing to do with Sam.
And that's my point. They won in spite of Sam Darnold.
No, the running back dropping the ball ain't got nothing to do with Sam. He put him in the right spot.
He still threw like 2 picks in that game.
Yeah,
we watched quarterbacks throw 5 picks and win games.
They won in spite of him.
Yeah.
Some people would say it's the quarterback reason why they won.
No.
Some people say
no.
I don't think he changed the narrative at all. He's still out there.
He just got a way better defense, and K9 is that boy.
Hold on. I need y'all to erase Sam Darnold for a second. I've watched Josh Allen go out there and throw 5 picks in the game, 4 or 5 picks in the game and win it, and they say he's the reason they won the game. So what I'm saying, what I'm saying is people say that, but when it comes to a certain quarterback,
we're not talking about people though. We're talking about us.
Well, I've seen it happen.
You saying that you think he rewrote this? We telling you He has not.
Okay. You know
That's
what? I'm
all
going
it
with
is.
the Seahawks.
That's
I'm
all
going
it
with
is.
the
It's like
I'm going down. I'm going with the Seahawks.
That's
Sam,
fine with me.
prove me wrong.
that's all it is. It's like Sam just hasn't had that big game moment where you're like, oh, it was all him. You know what I mean? It's like you can't really say there's a game this season with Seattle where he was like the main reason they won. Like, you know what I mean? It's usually the defense,
Team
usually
wasn't that
special
good, but
team.
the Commanders game, it was him.
Hey, Tom, I was about to bring us up to it. Like,
That's why I said I
That's
didn't
why,
want to
that's
bring
why
like
we
they
gotta
don't.
say big game because we see Sam Darnold in games where
We
it's
see
like,
him in
all right,
games,
we
yeah.
expect him to win or something like that. But in
Yes.
big games,
Yeah.
built
them
up.
voices right.
Bro, like last year he was good until those 2 games. One game was for the number 1 seed and one game's in the playoffs. And both games he wasn't good. This year he had 3 number 1 seed playing games. Both Rams and the 49ers, and all 3 of them he was not good. That second 49ers game into the season, like
Thank
he
God for the
wasn't
run
good.
game. They had 100 yards in the first quarter.
He wasn't
rushing.
great. And then in the playoffs, he had to do nothing.
Yeah, he didn't have to do anything either game against the Niners. And that was another thing why I said put the ball in Sam's hands. It's like we haven't seen him do anything for a couple weeks, really. It's been the rushing game, it's been the defense, and it's been the Niners being terrible because they're all hurt. They're all in the hospital right now. So they got the whole practice squad out there trying to cover or tackle Charbonnet, who's not going to be playing, and Kenneth Walker.
He's out too. Yeah.
Yep, Charbonnet is definitely out.
I do want to say this. This is Stafford's year to put his Hall of Fame stamp in.
I agree.
This is the year to do it because it's still up in the air. Is he a Hall of Famer? Is he? Because he only really he got career stats, but then he has the Super Bowl win, but he wasn't Super Bowl MVP. So this year he could win MVP possibly, and he can get the Super Bowl. He's automatically Hall of Famer. Boom. No question.
I want to throw this out here too, so that we're all on the same page. I set the table. This game is all on Sam Darnold, right?
It depends how it goes because they literally beat the Rams in spite of him.
No.
So
what I'm saying is this is a big. So let me put it like this: this is a big moment.
Big moment.
Because you only got Kenneth Walker, running back wise, because Charbonnet is out with the ACL right now. You know what the wide receivers look like. So if he goes out there and he wins this game,
what does that mean? What we know what this wide receiver?
I'm not looking for him to have.
No, because I don't want to come back here and they be like, but he did have he had JSN, he had this, he had that.
No,
if he goes out there and balls out and wins this game,
then we'll give him his credit.
That's good. But Tomo, this is what I'm looking for. I'm not looking for him to be MVP in a game. That's not what I'm saying. He plays bad in these moments, unless it's a blowout. But if it's a close game, he throwing picks and some more stuff every time.
Okay.
So I just need him to not like. I don't want to say they want it's despite of him. I want him to be part of the reason why they won. Part of the reason.
Yeah, that's fair.
I think low key. Look, I semi agree with you. I think at this point the bad equity he's built, he low key gotta be like MVP in a big game to erase his previous.
That's why I'm trying to set the stage because I know where you going, Joe. But I'm trying to see. I'm like, all right, I need something to fight back with if Sam go out there.
Way, you know.
And honestly, if the Rams lose this game, it's probably because Sam Darnold broke the whole big game curse. You know what I mean? Like honestly, can you think of another way for Seattle to win besides Sam Darnold, especially with no Charbonnet? If the Rams kick it out of bounds, Shaheed not gonna do much. I mean, can you think of another way the Seahawks can win besides Sam Darnold breaking that curse?
That is the only way.
Yeah,
I don't agree though. Because we just literally seen them beat the Rams with him not breaking that curse.
No, but I said
game.
the run game, and I said no Shaheed. Remember, I said no Shaheed.
Yeah, I get
no
that.
run game. So that's what I said. I already caveated, hey, without these other things.
I got you.
But I get.
Can you see another way besides Sam Darnold breaking that mold?
Like, I get you. Charbonnet is good, but they have a great run scheme with Clint Kubiak. They still got K9 out there.
Who's the better back?
So I think the run game will be fine.
No, the reason I mentioned Charbonnet so much is because that 2-back set goes hand in hand with each other. It gives K9 a chance to rest. You know what I mean? It's not saying Charbonnet is the better back or he's so essential. That he's a great strong back that hits between the tackles. can catch the ball, he helps out K9. That's what I'm saying. It's like if we lose Blake Corum, I'm not saying Corum's the better back. He helps Kyron not get worn down in the game. Now you got one back. You probably have your third string back behind him. It's like, do you trust your third string back against a defense that can pop the ball out? You know what I mean? Like,
yeah. Carl, tell me about George Holani.
Who, George Holani? That's say the backup is? He's normally a special teamer. I think he played at Boise State, but he's like a special teamer. I want to say he was there with Ashton Genty for 1 year. The year before Genty came out, I want to say Holani was there as well. But he cool. He definitely not gonna be taking goal line touches away from K9 like somebody who's not playing Sunday. But he's a pretty cool back though.
All right, let's get it.
Yeah,
man.
and also, hey, experience too. It's like Charbonnet has way more experience than their third stringer. It helps. Moment. It helps. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It helps.
I was literally trying to find who the Seahawks third back is, but they only showing K9 and Charbonnet. So I'm glad you said that, Joe.
Sam, you got me going against my better judgment here. Ghostbusters. Watch
Don't blame
the movie.
Sam. Blame yourself.
No. I'm picking them.
Go ahead, Tom.
Yeah, I'm going down with the ship, but watch Ghostbusters. We gotta win this game.
That's the wrong person. Seeing ghosts, you want them to watch Ghostbusters?
Oh no, right? Seeing ghosts.
So you can overcome your fear. What you want to watch? What, 13 Ghosts? What's that? What's that horror movie where they had the house of ghosts?
Watch Casper for me so you can realize.
They not friendly. Nah, they not friendly. We try and get rid of them.
This is funny, man.
Now watch the Rams go to the Super Bowl, and I gotta come back on here. Watch this be the reverse. This gonna be the reverse.
But yeah, this is gonna be a close game because honestly, I feel like Mike McDonald is like the Sean McVay of defense. So it's like it's gonna be two great schemes on that side, and it's the reverse. Who can do it better on the other side? Can the Rams defense do it better, or can the Seahawks offense do it better? You know what I mean? Instead of the two that are dominated by the head coaches.
And this is why Mike McDonald is like changing it over there, because that division is known for McVay and Shanahan, two offensive brilliant minds, and this defensive guy that's coming there just wreck the whole division and winning the division with Sam Darnold as quarterback. Huh?
Chill out, bro.
You said who did that?
Go ahead, Carl. Make your point, man.
Chill out, bro. I was just gonna say when Seattle came through and wrecked the division, they was the Legion of Boom. So it's
that's Seattle culture. And they didn't move away from it, which was smart. They didn't say, hey, you know what? New era. Let's go with an offensive coach. Like, they didn't move away from that. They were like, you know what? Let's go back to what works. Yep. Let's get a defensive-minded coach. Let's build this defense. And, like, the Rams went back to what worked for them. They're like, you know what? The offense was amazing in 2021. Let's go back to the offense. And both teams are, like, right there.
Yeah.
Doing what they know best.
I know we getting a snowstorm. I might walk to your crib and watch this game with you, man.
That's fine, man. I got the liquor. I got the bar set up and everything, you know.
I'm serious. I might pull up, though.
Come through.
It's going to get ugly. The first pick, they're going to go crazy. As soon as he throw a pick, they're like, Tomo, I'm like,
know, right?
You lucky I'm watching this game at my mother's house. I ain't going to be in the chat.
Okay, even better.
I would be there. I got your back, Carl. I got your back. But yeah.
All right, Griffin, man. I would say, there you go. Yep.
All right. Zero Sports Talk coming soon, you know. Shout out to Joe. Shout out to Carl. Shout out to Tomo. I appreciate you guys having me, you know, welcoming me into the family, you know. Rams, we got to get it done, you know, go to the Super Bowl. Let Stafford end on top, baby. And I'll talk to you guys next time after the game.
Yes, sir.
All right.
Let's get it.
Man. Dave somewhere like, Tomo, what you doing? Hey, I gotta go down with the ship, man. I'm sorry. It's gonna be somebody had to be the black sheep of it. They don't, but you know how you feel about Sam Darnold.
I'm glad you went with him though. I mean, the Seahawks could win this game though.
Yeah, but the reason why
he gotta win it, I might say he gotta win a specific.
Yeah, my reason why is different. Yeah. Like, I could have just went with the Seahawks because of their defense. But yeah, let's go, Sam. Don't worry about it. We gonna get our taxes back, Sam. What? He tried to go over there and be the first defensive head coach to make a change.
Yeah. Blame Kyler Murray.
Nah, that's not Kyler fault. The Cardinals just cursed.
Nah, low key. Jacoby Brissett was running that thing way better than Kyler Murray this year.
and he always hurt.
Trey McBride, 2 touchdowns with Kyler the season before this year. He looked
Forget
unstoppable.
McBride. What about Marvin Harrison Jr.?
Nah, you talking about Michael Wilson. Michael Wilson went crazy this year.
No, I'm talking about Marvin Harrison Jr.'s rookie year.
Okay.
This man was not. Remember he
was
wasn't throwing the ball?
Yeah.
They was trying to see if he was a bust or not.
Hey, like I said, man,
Why is that your job to prove it? Hey, I mean, you want to prove it throwing the ball.
I'm also looking at Michael Wilson, man. Michael Wilson broke out. Shout out my boy from Stanford.
All right, that's enough about the Cardinals, man. Jacoby Brissett almost got a max contract messing with the Dallas Cowboys, man.
From Cardinal, man, that was a tree.
Contract.
He almost got a max contract messing with the Dallas Cowboys, man. That's insane. They benched Kyler after that game. We won't even want to see him no more. Jacoby gonna take us to the promised land.
Man, you had big old bench of Justin Herbert last week of fantasy and started Jacoby Brissett because of that game.
You see what I'm saying?
Somebody almost got benched because of a fumble. Javonte, so
Hey. I wasn't trying to bring it up, but before we roll into our next topic, Joe, I gotta just say this.
Bro, it processed in my head so late.
I got exactly what he was saying, but if you listening, ESPN, I don't know what y'all trying to do with the hot mics, but every Monday night game has been some crazy stuff that's being said right before Troy Aikman talk. Like I like it, but it's still like
I'm for it.
You be hearing some wild stuff in Detroit, like, yeah, so on this third down, it's like, so you don't know what was just said 5 seconds ago. It don't match. But
it be loud and clear too, and it be the wrong stuff every time.
It's like they be right in the mic. For it. I can't say it because we're a family show, but it was one time I was like, they just let that fly. All right. So the first question we asked was it Sean versus Mike? The real question for Broncos fans, Pats fans. Or is it Mike versus Sean? Because one of these Mikes or one of these Seans got to win the game. And we got Drake May making it to a conference championship, Joe. And then we got, I know, I seen you building the plane while it's in the air. And then you got Jarrett Stidham stepping in for Bo Nix in the AFC title game. Outside of Sean Payton saying what he said to Broncos country, I mean, I think what he said was more outrageous than Broncos country. Let's ride. I don't know. Y'all be the truth. Y'all make the choice. Carl, why should Bronco fans prepare for 2 weeks and get ready to go to the Super Bowl?
For me, they should prepare to go to Cancun. So
1, 2, 3, go.
I'm going with the Patriots. Now I know, y'all know, I've been a Drake May fan since he first took his first snap at UNC. And I know he ain't been playing the greatest football these playoffs. It's kind of looking Sam Darnold-esque, if you ask me. But I watched this Broncos team allow a quarterback.
Hold on, quick. Can you say that again? Okay.
No, I'm not feeding into your narrative.
No, I was doing the background. I didn't hear it. Go ahead. I'm saying.
Yeah, whatever. Can't fool me. My dad be giving me that. He trying to get me with that.
I give you the cliff notes. You've been watching him since he was at UNC.
Tom, what you doing?
That's all I gave him.
Cool. We good.
Co-praise, I got you. Not like you left me hanging for Sam Darnold, but I got you.
That's your fault. Anyway.
You're right.
So I watched the Broncos allow a team to have 4 turnovers in regulation. And a quarterback missed the opportunity to win. And I'm not saying that Drake May is Josh Allen. But what I am saying, Drake May is as talented. And I have watched Drake May have, 2 turnovers against the Chargers and win it. And then 3, I want to say, against the Texans and win it. So even if the Broncos is forcing turnovers, the Patriots won't be out of this game. Now, if the Patriots are having a clean game, hey, Jarrett Stidham, I hope you're ready because you're going to have to score a lot of points. Now, I will say that looking back at what Jarrett Stidham did in college, he was better than I remember. Like, at Auburn, he was the quarterback of the Auburn team who last went to an SEC championship game in 2018. They lost 28-7 to Georgia, but still, Auburn hasn't been back to an SEC championship game yet. He won a bowl game against Purdue and David Blau and Jeff Braun. Beat them badly. Now, they lost a bowl game, the Peach Bowl, to UCF, but UCF went undefeated, and they claimed that they were national champions that year, which no, you're not. But needless to say, I think Jarrett Stidham will give the Broncos a good game, but the Patriots defense is good as well. I want to see the Christian Gonzalez, Cortland Sutton matchup because Cortland Sutton for 56 minutes of that ball game was invincible against the Bills. Now he did drop one early in that game, but still he didn't have a catch until like 3-4 minutes left in the fourth quarter. Troy Franklin, definitely did. Troy Franklin, he went out with a hamstring, right? If I'm not mistaken. Will he be 100% Sunday? Pat Bryant, he went out the game against the Bills. Will he be back Sunday against the Patriots? Broncos dealing with more than just Bo Nix. Now, also, can the Broncos establish the run? I'm hearing rumblings that J.K. Dobbins' practice window has been open. I don't necessarily know if he's playing this Sunday. I doubt it. I think it's going to be R.J. Harvey and I think it's going to be more so R.J. Harvey and Jaleel McLaughlin. Can they get a ground game going? Can they score points? Can they this time take those turnovers and score touchdowns? They did it once. The James Cook fumble. It's just a lot. I'm going with the Patriots because they've battled through turnovers. I think Drake May, he shakes it off. He got his 2 turnover games out the way. His 3rd playoff game. I think this is the game where he finally like breaks through in the playoffs. And I just don't know if I trust the backup quarterback against this Patriots defense.
Well, shout out to Griffey for being in the comments, right? Because
I saw that.
That was funny, but and I hate that they lost that Super Bowl. I watched that Super Bowl with the Eagles fan.
I didn't know Kev yet, so I was happy.
Yeah, but imagine watching it with an Eagles fan. Shout out to my brother, man. He young, so he was able to see the Eagles win a Super Bowl in this young age. So I was like, good for you. It's been 50 years since y'all been around. I'm glad you could see it. And now you got to see it. Yeah, it was like you can crack your 30-year joke with me, but at least you got to see it. You know what I'm saying?
I watched it with the Lions and the Dolphins fan. Shout out my boy J-Mo.
Okay.
Imagine being an Eagles fan and then not knowing the history and they win a Super Bowl. They win their first. Like, that's not the first one.
You talking about first one? You talking about Michael Vick and all that stuff for all them years? And you like, first? All these banners? Every time we go to the game, Granddad, I see the banners. What's that for? The division. Anyway. My bad. I'm sorry. I just always got to take a shot at the Eagles, man, when I get a chance.
I think Michigan State quarterback.
See, even worse. But I'm going with this one's tough, Joe, because I know what the motion and narrative is in the NFL chat about these quarterbacks. I know what my man Mr. And the Beats goes on, what he gonna do if they make it to the Super Bowl. Like, it's just we on two sides of I don't know who's gonna blow up the chat even worse, because Teddy gonna go crazy. And he already been going crazy. Bibby gonna go through a whole nother universe, and then Tyler gonna be texting me like I don't know who I want to hear from less if they win or lose, but I gotta go with my better judgment. I think Jarrett Stidham gonna go out there and make something shake. I think the Patriots are gonna give them a fight or run for their money. If the Patriots do win this game, I'm gonna hedge my bet a little bit. If the Patriots do win it, I wouldn't be upset. My bad, Teddy. Like, I can see y'all making it back, but I think the Broncos, after a few seasons with Sean going through what he went through and him calling the shot the way he called it, he knows something that we don't know. And that's true. You all haven't seen this quarterback. And then going into a playoff game, not having no film on him. I mean, you might have a little bit of film, but he can go out there and shock the world. And I think that's what they're going to do. They're going to lean on that defense. They're going to lean on Stidham. I'm not going to say his nickname like the rest of the world. But I think the Broncos come out this one by 3.
I mean, I know it's a different coaching staff, but Stidham was a Patriot at one point in his career.
Yeah. And it's even more personal. What Jordan say? And for that reason, I took it personal.
You know, it's crazy, Reed Dion. I got a cousin who's from DC, moved to Seattle, and now he's a Seahawks fan.
I actually know a real Seahawks fan, by the way. I went to middle school with him. When we was in middle school, he was a Seahawks fan. He's still a Seahawks fan to this day. So that's not true. And I'm from Washington. I was born in Washington. I'm not from Washington. I'm from Maryland. But I was born in Washington. I got love for the Seahawks a little bit.
Okay. You was born in Washington?
I was. Dad in the military.
Dang.
I was about to say it makes sense, Carl. You got a lot of ties. I'm like, how you get to Washington, Detroit, Maryland? Got to be a military.
I know.
No, my family from Detroit. Like, that's my mother's side. I don't know from Detroit.
So that's what I'm saying. Somebody had to meet somebody in Detroit.
Oh, no, I don't know where they met, bro. Shit, we about to get a little too deep into this.
All right, you right.
I've been around the block too, man. You know.
Same thing with Joe. With Joe, he lived in Memphis. I'm like, what?
I know. I live in Detroit too. Detroit,
You see what I'm
Memphis.
saying?
I live in Athens. So I should have been a Bulldogs fan, right? Nah, we Texas Longhorns over here. But look,
I won.
this game right here, man. This game is. When I look at these two teams, I'm like, wow. This is what Kev was talking about. Kev was like, when you do rankings, you can't just go off of accolades because every year is different. You got some people who be like, well, he got to the Super Bowl. And then this other person might be like, well, he did. So it's like, yeah. So it's like this year, whoever get to the Super Bowl from the AFC, you don't really feel like they went through like you know what I mean? Like a jug. You know what I mean? They didn't knock out the Chiefs and that stuff. Now the Broncos beat the Bills. I give them that. But it's like, it's weird because they're going as a backup quarterback. So saying all that, I'm gonna go with the Patriots, man.
My boy.
I mean,
Yo, I'm sorry. The comment. I'm sorry. J-Mo, bro. J-Mo crazy.
Especially you see we live out in Athens. We live like in a number of dirt roads and stuff.
Yeah.
No, for real. You saw we live out in Athens, you like, dang, y'all are in the Texas program. But that's funny. People always thought I was in the military though. My friend was in the military. But I'm gonna go with the Patriots, man. I mean, if the Patriots lose this game, shame on them. Like let's be real. Because they got the better quarterback. They're going against a backup quarterback, and they got the better defense, in my opinion. Their defense all around is probably better. Now, they don't really have a bunch of weak. They don't have like a weak spot for real. I feel like they are solid everywhere. Almost. What would you say their weak spot is?
Like pass rush. Like, to be honest, I know the last couple games. I mean, the last couple games been cool, but I mean, they went against the Chargers who had a beat up O-line, and then the Texans O-line has been bad all year.
Bad. You know, I mean, we took their best line, man. We should expect. But
technically, he bad too.
No, he not.
Oh, he holding on. My bad.
Nah, he had a great year.
He holding. You'll get it.
I mean,
I got what you. I got it.
Who don't hold Micah though? Micah.
He holds a lot. Not just Micah.
Yeah, he can hold a lot. He can hold a lot. But he did a good job though blocking though. He really did. And that was with Mariota. But
and by the way, the Patriots leading pass rusher Harold Landry is out.
So let me not say how about they have a better defense against the difficulty? Like, think about the Patriots got to go up against Drake May, and they got to go up against them, right? Now, obviously, you said that somebody, I think Tomo said they haven't seen his quarterback yet. It's seeing his quarterback for the first time. But like you said, different coaching style, but he played for the Patriots before. And he was a starter just 2 years ago with the Raiders. People forget about that with Josh McDaniels. I think it was 2 years ago. He was starting some games with Josh McDaniels. So they got tape on. It's not like they don't have tape on them, just not in the system with Sean Payton. So I'm going to go with the pass, though. And if the Broncos win this game, Shane won the pass, bro. Because this is an opportunity for them to get to the playoffs. They lost their starting quarterback. But then also, if the Broncos win this game, that says a lot about Sean Payton. You know what I mean? I know people call him a jerk and all that stuff, but he came out and said that our fans will have 2 weeks to get ready for the next game. So he already said they're going to win this game. And if he go out there and win this game, kudos to him. So I'm going with the Patriots, though.
So let me ask you this then, Joe. Who has the better coach?
Ooh,
that's tough.
I like Vrabel. Obviously, Sean Payton's a better. He's a defensive coach. Sean Payton's an offensive coach. So
I think you gotta go Sean just because longevity, though.
I think I would go with Sean too.
Yeah,
you would go with Vrabel because he's more. I'm not gonna say he's loud, but like you can see it through his.
It's like Dan Campbell.
Yeah, you can see it through his actions that he's a good coach. Sean Payton, he's just a good coach. You know what I mean?
Like he's drawing it up.
Yeah. And the fact that he took this team to number 1 seed, like
that's facts.
He
kicked Russ to the curb for a good reason.
Yeah,
out here.
He did the right thing.
Oh, look, Seattle native in the comments. Shout out to Kevin.
Yeah, see, but he said unless you're from Seattle, you're not a real Seattle fan, so that don't count.
No, I'm just saying, like, we got a Seattle fan.
Yeah, facts, though.
Hey, Kevin, my boy in the middle, Tomo, Dad Gang, hat. He picking y'all to beat the Rams.
Let's go. Sean versus Mike. You want to see him in the Super Bowl? I hope. Well, either way, one of them. I hope the one of them.
Yeah, we both got. That's funny. We all three got Sean versus Mike in a different way.
Not for real.
I mean, I hope it's Sean versus Sean, but it is what it is.
That's because you got, bias because of somebody.
Why you just don't go with your bias, Joe?
Nah, I respect it. Because I be wanting to do it at CTC. Nah, I respect it because I be wanting to go with my bias on CTC, but that would be a disservice to the people. I respect it.
Also, if I pick the Broncos, I can't say y'all should have beat the Seahawks. I mean, y'all should have beat the Broncos if I pick them, right?
Now that make it seem like
if I pick the Broncos, and I'm like, bro, you lost to the Broncos, but you picked them.
Yeah, I'm about to say it now. That
I get what you I get what you saying.
Again.
Yeah,
I get that. Went to the dome.
My bias not involved. I really think that they should win this game. Just like I thought, like when I picked against the Tech, I'm like, yo, I want to pick the Texans, but they should win this game because it's Stroud.
I'm sorry, I went with the Patriots on that one. I ain't even and I know with the Texans defense.
Yeah. I said the same thing about the Chargers. I'm like, bro, I gotta pick the Patriots because the Chargers offense. I can't trust their offense. The Patriots have not been tested offensively all this whole playoffs. I think every team has, except for them. The Broncos been tested last game. Bills put up 30 plus points on them. The Rams, they got tested against the Panthers.
Tested late.
You know what I mean? Like the Seahawks. I mean, they just
Seahawks ain't get tested.
Yeah, I was saying I don't think they got tested. Yeah, you can say that about both. You can say that about them.
But we know that Seahawks defense is good though.
And the one thing about the Seahawks that the other quarterbacks that you named, i.e. the Chargers or the Texans, should have adapted that mindset. The just win the game mindset. I'm not gonna bring up the team no more. They got main character syndrome, but just win the game mindset where you just be like, look, don't do too much and go out and win the game. Because CJ Stroud did too much, especially on that pick six. He's like, bro, you did too much.
And that is true.
That's a pivotal
moment. That was also play design. That was a design rollout. It just they had the perfect play call against it. Now, obviously, you don't throw that football. Yeah, I might say, obviously, you don't throw that football. You just gotta eat the man. Whatever, you gotta take the sack. It is what it is. I don't play the pause game. You gotta take the sack, but
fighting the good fight.
But it was a design. It was a design rollout.
His first statement that he wanted to say would have been, "Wow."
No, I was gonna say take the sack, and then I was about
to say EAT.
No. I learned that one was crazy.
That was insane.
So you want to do the pause game though?
I don't. But
that would have been crazy. Insane. Sometimes you just got to stop yourself and be like, "That's insane." Kind of like saying just go win the game, but you want your quarterback to be top 5. This guy here has to make up a decision on if his quarterback is going to be top 5 or if his offense is going to be top 10. It's just anything that you got to think about when you become a head coach for a football team, right? But more so the narrative.
Oh.
Again, I brought it up on our last episode in passing, but Kevin Stefanski, you're talking about 1-2 in the playoffs, 45-56 regular season record. I think he had 6 seasons with the Cleveland Browns. Where I think he won Coach of the Year a few times, twice, so a few times. And then, a draft happens. You need a quarterback. Just like that. See what Cleveland do? It make you blank out. Cleveland just make you blank out. He want to erase that from his memory. But the one
get blacked out. Go ahead.
Well, you're going to get blacked out in Atlanta because you already know who's going to show up at the Mercedes-Benz, though. They the only football team with a Chick-fil-A in the arena for play every Sunday. Anyway.
That's hilarious.
Man, I still don't get it. They must be waiting for all primetime games. But you probably
not going to say something, but nah, I'll save it for the chat.
I'm going to say they're probably not going to get that many with Kevin Stefanski being their head coach. But 4 years, 28 to 32 mil, about 8 years. About $8 million a year. New head coach for the Atlanta Falcons. Joe, do you think, tell me your reaction to this hire. I can't tell you if it's going to be good or bad because we don't know.
Yo, Chick-fil-A at a football stadium is wild.
Is it really a Chick-fil-A? Atlanta, the land of the scam. Might be churches with a Chick-fil-A background.
Joe talk. My mind went somewhere else. Once you said land of Atlanta, my mind went
land of the scam.
Yeah, I'm glad you said that because
you're wilding. Okay.
Let's move on, y'all. All right.
Yeah, I think I'm following you. Yeah, okay. Go ahead, Joe. Before the show goes off the rails.
Reroute.
All right. So look, Stefanski is actually a good coach. Let me take away all the drama behind the scenes, but as a head coach, he's a good coach. I feel like this whole Shador situation, he messed up, and it kind of like is tainting his reputation. Because up until the Shador situation, he's been a good coach. Whenever he has a quarterback in position, they win games every single time. Whenever you have a quarterback in position, when they don't have a quarterback in position, they don't win games. When he had Baker Mayfield, they won games. Remember, they weren't winning until Stefanski got there. They got to the playoffs. They got rid of Baker, brought in Deshaun. Deshaun was trash. Brought in Joe Flacco. What happened? Go ahead.
Who would they beat in that playoff?
The Steelers. Okay.
All right, go ahead, continue.
That was Roethlisberger last year too.
Lose, bro. We gonna give you some analytics, but we gonna be petty.
Of course. Of course. So they Joe Flacco came in, they went to the playoffs, bro. You know what I mean? So like the reason why the Browns aren't good because of the quarterback play. And like I said, the whole Shador situation, that was all Stefanski. So, but here's my problem with him taking this Atlanta job. The quarterback play. So who is this? He's gonna be in the same situation he was with the Browns. Now, don't get me wrong. Kirk Cousins, let's say Kirk Cousins is better than what the Browns had before Shador. Michael Penix, he's a project still. He's injury prone. I'm not sold on Michael Penix yet. Michael Penix remind me, you know how we look at Caleb Williams and we say, oh, one play he could throw a 60-yarder, it could be a dime, but then he could throw a 10-yard crossing route, and it's inaccurate. Michael Penix come out one game and look like a starting quarterback who can win you some games, but he'll come back another game and he just look horrible, like he can't throw. So I feel like this wasn't the right job for him. I feel like if he would have went somewhere like the Titans, he would have been successful with Cam Ward or something like that. But going to the Atlanta Falcons, I feel like it's the same situation, worrying about who the quarterback going to be, or the quarterback is a missing piece. Great talent. Good talent on the offense side of the ball. Defense-wise, good talent. Right? A good talent. Another good rookie class, I feel like, on the Atlanta Falcons, right? So, but I just don't think that it was he should have went somewhere else where there's a solid quarterback there.
Take it away, Carl. He was in your division.
I mean, I really ain't got to say too much. Joe really said everything I was going to say. He was a pretty solid coach with Cleveland. I mean, the way him and Baker's situation has allegedly ended was not great. But Atlanta quarterback situation ain't the greatest situation for him to come into. And that was the route I was taking. Like Kirk Cousins, this was his third year, the fourth-year deal. I mean, he did some good things, obviously being a vet. I mean, but I don't think you want Kirk Cousins to be the guy of the future with Stefanski coming in on a 4-year deal. Then you got Penix on his third year. He's 25. You got to figure out if you're going to extend him or, let him go. I mean, he's going to have the fifth-year option because he was drafted in the first round. But this is his third year. This is really around the time where teams want you to show up. And like you said, Penix has been very inconsistent. And these injury problems ain't dating just back to the NFL. These injury problems date back to Indiana. So I don't know. I don't know how I feel about Penix. And let alone, I mean, you can go back to the draft reaction show. I wasn't even so sure why they picked him at 8th anyway after signing Kirk for a 4-year deal. I would have rather them stick with Kirk and wait for a guy. But, yeah, I'm not sure this is the job for him either. And Atlanta's they have a team they feel like that beyond the quarterback is ready to win. And I don't know if Stefanski can get them to win because of the quarterback situation.
Right.
They got Bijan, Drake.
Bijan gonna go crazy though. I will say that though.
I can see that. I mean, he went crazy without him, so
he did. Because
Bijan, Drake, the defense for the Ball Hawks, Xavier Watts, I think he was like my third ranked safety coming into that draft out of Notre Dame, like that. Billy Bowman from Oklahoma, another rookie, like that. AJ Terrell.
What if he bring Whitney with him if he don't get the head coaching job with the Browns? The DC.
You talking about Jim Schwartz?
What if he bring her with him? Woo.
That'd be tough. But I think Jim Schwartz might. I don't know if Jim Schwartz is gonna follow him.
I think he gonna get the head coaching job with Cleveland.
I wish
he got a second interview with them.
That's all right. Even though they're in my division, that's all right.
I think Kevin gonna be all right.
Okay, Tavo.
I don't know what parallel universe I'm in today, but I think Kevin gonna be all right. One, because of the division that they're in, right? And if you think about it, you Joe, you brought it up. Joe Flacco was on the couch eating bonbons and helped him take the Browns to the playoffs, right? I think a full off season with Kirk Cousins, and again Matt Ryan, I think he's the football operations, like the president of football.
I thought he had to. Oh yeah, that's right. He gave up his TV joint to do that.
Okay. He's not the GM either. They're looking for the GM still, which is crazy.
So, that's the weird part with all of this too. I don't know how that's gonna work out, but I think they figure it out. But again, the division that they're in, they're not expecting too much from the Falcons. Like, you just got to be better than the Bucs, or at least compete with the Bucs. And now, I have to say it. You have to be better than the Panthers, right? So, him coming from Cleveland, you already know what the AFC North presents, right? You already know what Cleveland is. Cleveland is kind of like the Cardinals of the NFC, where you talk about the other three teams in the division, and then you be like, wait, the Cardinals are here too, and you say, oh, wait, the Browns are in that division too, who also gives the Ravens, Steelers, they give them fits when they play. I'm not going to say it's always a big fit. It may be just a little hissy fit, but they give them fits at times. And I think him coming to the NFC, look at the quarterback landscape as far as all the quarterbacks in the NFC, think of the teams also. And I'm going to always tie it back to his division. I think he's going to be all right. Mm-hmm. I'm saying that now. And then we get to the offseason and we see how they reshape the team. But the defense was always good. They got the running game. And all you got to do is just say, hey, find one of your quarterbacks and say you believe in them, and then they can prosper. I think the issue with the Falcons was they don't know if it's going to be Penix for the season or if it's going to be Kurt. And then Penix get hurt. They bring Kurt in. He wins 2 games, and then they're like, well, Penix is healthy again, so now he's back. And then Kurt's like, well, we just beat 2 teams by 50 points, and it's all confusion there. So I think they'll figure it out. But I think he's going to be all right. Next coach. Go ahead.
I like, see, that's that one thing you said in the beginning of your soliloquy is the division he's in. Like, the Panthers won in the division with a losing record. So that's one reason why this job is so attractive for head coaches. It's like, bro, I could win 7 games with the Browns. You know what I mean? Like, so I could win 6 games with the Browns. So if I can do that with the Browns, I can get Atlanta into the playoffs by 9-8. So and the Bucs too. We got to talk about the Bucs. The Bucs might come back.
That's the time I'll start.
I said that. So,
I think low key we might have to talk about the Saints.
I ain't gonna lie. I think Kellen about to turn up.
Let's get it. Hey, I already called Tyler Shuggers my guy.
Yeah, like I said, I apologize. I apologize to burn the chat. If you heard it, you heard it. If you didn't know, well.
All right, well, let's roll on back up to the East Coast. We got Carl here. We got to talk about him, man. What do you say? Minty fresh? Raven sign. Hold on, my thing out of order, but his name is right there. Raven sign Jesse Minter. Some would say he's Harbaugh the third because of all his ties to the Harbaughs. I mean, coming from Michigan, I'm gonna let you talk on that. You got another Michigan legend. I just got to mess with you, bro. You said you was going to take a terp shot, so I had to take my shot while I can.
I was backstage. You ain't got to reveal what was said back, behind the scenes.
I ain't even say it was backstage. You said it. Now they know. But this is his first job.
On the show. Where else they going to know?
They don't know. It could have been a text. They don't know, but now they know. But this is his first job as a head coach, man. He was the defensive coordinator for the Chargers. He's coming back on over to Baltimore, where he was defensive back coach, assistant defense. Oh, he was a defensive back coach and an assistant defensive back coach, and he was a defensive assistant. So he has ties to the city and the team. But Carl, I know a lot of people are more so concerned about what does this mean for Lamar. So for you, what do you think about? Go ahead, take it away then.
I like it, man. Especially if we can bring in a good OC like Cliff Kingsbury. Then I like it. He was at Michigan as the DC when they won the national championship. They had a really good defense. Got a lot of people drafted. Like Mason Graham, Mike Sanders still.
Mikey from Michigan.
I'm blanking on some of their names.
Hutch was the year before, right?
Hutch didn't play in the Natty. Nah. Okay. Hutch was 0-1 when they lost to Michigan State when K9 put up 5 touchdowns. But anyway, they had a really good defense at Michigan while he was there his 2 years there. He was also the Chargers DC for the last 2 years, and while he was the DC of the Chargers, they were 7th in passing, 11th in total defense, 14th in rushing defense, and 1st in points per game in 2024. And last year they were 9th in points per game, 5th in total defense, 8th in passing, and 8th in rushing. Oh, it actually might be 5th in passing, excuse me, last year. So they had really good defenses in the Chargers under him. Now, he got some pieces in Baltimore. Can he put those pieces together? Because we seen with Zach Orr 1 year, he figured it out late and got the pieces firing. But this year, we were 31st in pass defense. Couldn't figure it out. So we can figure it out as our head coach. That'd be lovely. Also, technically, he already has a win as a head coach. Because, Michigan, they always got their coaches being suspended for cheating. While he was there, Harbaugh got suspended 3 games, and he got his first win as interim head coach against ECU. So nothing new for Michigan, you know what I'm saying? Sharon Moore, before he had his head coaching job, he had 6 interim head coaching wins because they was cheating. But anyway, I digress. It's not a Michigan slander show. But yeah, man, I think this is a good hire. I wanted Salah, but Salah was gone by the time we made this decision. I actually wanted a defensive-minded head coach because that's our culture, man, defense. Plus, we had an offensive head coach. We only got 1 ring out of that, and that was with the 2000 Ravens, which, funny enough, our offense sucked. Then we had Harbaugh, special teams coach, got a ring. So hopefully we get a defensive-minded coach, and we get more than 1 ring out of our head coach. So I like the hire.
Yeah, I mean, this is one of them hires where I gotta see, because like you said, he was with Notre Dame, and they had a really good defense. He's been following Harbaugh. The defense was good last 2 years, and this is also dealing with injuries too. But I don't know. It's his first time being a head coach. I mean, he don't have a long history of being a defensive coordinator either. But what I will say is, what's more important is who's gonna be the OC, in my opinion. Because, like you said, I know, and then I wanted to know this: did Lamar Jackson okay this? Because he was supposed to be involved in the head coaching hire, and I feel like it was really fast, because they said that y'all were supposed to meet with everybody, which I did, and everybody that supposed to narrow down a list and meet with them like in person with Lamar. So I wonder if Lamar actually had, like, said, I want him, which I doubt, or maybe was Lamar in charge of the offensive coordinator? Because he is. Reports are saying that he want Cliff.
Yeah.
I think Cliff would be good with him. But my dad, I talked to my father, and he didn't like the move. And he didn't like it because the ties to Harbaugh. So he don't know if this move is because of that or it's because this is the best option for our team. So I don't know.
Where's Chris? Because once you said that, I didn't even think about that. The tie's still going back to him.
Honestly, you said Harbaugh the third.
I know. I'm talking about. It didn't equate to
put it together, yeah,
like how Chris feels about Harbaugh. Like that's what I'm talking about. Like
I don't think that has nothing to do with it, though. I don't think that has nothing to do with it.
I don't think so either. I think, again, you being tied to someone is more so just like a lineage. Like, we have coordinators that come from the Shanahan tree. They go off to be head coaches. You got people from the Fangio tree. They become coordinators or head coaches somewhere. And then at the end of the day, you kind of got to lay out you got to trailblaze yourself, right? Because look at Matt LaFleur. He's from McVay. I'm sorry. No, that's Shanahan. I'm sorry. They all come from the Shanahan tree. I forgot they all work together. They all was with a team in my background, and then they let them all go because of RG3 wanted to make. I didn't want to say too much, but they want to make documentaries, and now everybody had to go off and do their own thing. But anyway, he can get there. I know like I said, he could be tied to Harbaugh, but when he get there, he could be a whole nother person. Like he can come in there and actually bring back the defense, which was the name. I mean, that's what the Ravens are known for. When you think of the AFC North, you more so think of blue collar. You gonna get hard-nosed defense, and then you might get some offense here and there, but running the football. Yeah, you're right. More so running the football. I'm thinking of the Steelers when you think of wide receivers, and then you can go into a whole nother rabbit hole when you talk about Steelers wide receivers. That's not George Pickens. Because he proved.
You might as well throw him in with the lineage the Steelers got lately.
You right, but he proving them wrong.
Nah,
you know what I mean.
George Pickens still be crashing out with y'all, bro.
Yeah, but it ain't like they crash outs.
No,
they crash outs.
In the year, though, as the season went on, he did a good job.
George Pickens did a collab with Billionaires Boys Club. I ain't never seen him do that in Pittsburgh.
I didn't even know he did that with
That's what
y'all.
I'm saying. He a different dude. But anyway, I'll send you the ad. But he a different guy, man. That's all I'm saying. He proving them wrong. The last wide receiver that left there, you see where he at. It's a difference. He probably would have came to. He went to Oakland instead of Dallas. But you see how that happened. Anyway, I think your head coach is gonna be all right. He's
gonna fall between Juju.
I'm trying to talk about
Martavis Bryant before Antonio Brown. Come on, man.
I ain't trying to go down the rabbit hole, but we here.
Hold on.
You got some news?
Receivers leave and they get rings.
All right, now you're going too far. Don't get my.
Tom, what that mean about Joe Pickens?
Oh, you're wilding right now. And Martavis Bryant, who started, they didn't. I don't think so. I got your back, Samo.
Juju did get a ring.
Yeah, he did.
Juju did.
Shout out to that flag. That wasn't called.
No, it was. It was the right call. They didn't want it to be called.
They called it. Yeah, they called it.
They didn't want it to be. You can't call that in that situation, even though he held him clearly and came out and said he held him.
That was bad on his part. I wouldn't have said that. You just gotta let it go.
I respect it.
The rest made the call. It's the end of the day.
It's clear as day. In the replay, you can clearly see him holding. I respect it.
But we know why he was holding. The flip was slippery. That's why. But I'm trying to give him I'm trying to bail him out. But anyway, let me finish this so we can go into the next coach right quick. Carl, I'm with you. I think y'all are in a safe spot. Like trying to tie it back to Harbaugh, thinking he's gonna be another Harbaugh. I mean, at the end of the day, you did get one ring out of him. Like to get a ring out of a head coach is tough. I've been through 3 of them, and all I've heard was promises. So to get one says a lot. And also to build off of that, you never know. What if he comes in 2 years and now he wins a ring? Because look at all the coaches that's first year on the job with a new team. Verbal, he on his way to possibly a Super Bowl. Sean Payton is like his second or third year. So now he's possibly peaking at a Super Bowl. Mike with the Seahawks peaking at a Super Bowl. I'm just saying something about second year coaches and people don't really know too much about them. Verbal, they did know. Sean Payton, they did know. Mike, they didn't. I'm trying to tie it back to my head coach thinking second year we might be in the championship game.
I'm trying to remember McVay, his second year, if he went with Jared Goff.
I don't
know if that was the second
year.
The second year, they barely missed the playoffs and they beat the Packers. But I'm not saying he's going to be another Harbaugh. What I'm saying, my dad said.
Oh, no, I'm talking about what Pop said, yeah.
No,
I get what he's saying. I don't think that's true, though.
It's another Harbaugh. He's saying, did they hire him because of Harbaugh? Or was this the best?
Oh, instead of Lucky. Okay, I get what you're saying.
Is this the best option for us, or you're doing this because of the ties to Harbaugh?
So, all right, let me say this. 2 things. First, Sean McVay did go to the Super Bowl his second year. They lost to the Patriots that year. Secondly, the way Steve Bisciotti was talking, I don't think he cared. Harbaugh personally recommended him before he was out the door.
No,
I don't care about none of that.
He called that man and said, "Yeah, he's done. You're done."
Yeah, he told the dude, "What if Tyler Luke would have made the kick? Yeah, he'd be a coach for another week."
I know.
Yo, that was the best press conference I've seen in a while, bro.
Yeah,
that was. If press conferences are like those, then I would listen because that is the real as it gets.
What he said about Drake, spot on too. I was like, "Thank you." Somebody need to say it.
Carl, so he runs a 3-4 defense, and he runs zone. He runs heavy zone. How you feel about that?
It's cool. I mean, the Ravens used to run 3-4 back in the day.
Yeah,
and we definitely used to run some zone, so we cool.
I feel like a lot of times teams run 3-4. It's a good defense. So a lot of great defenses run 3-4 defense, like in the past, like in the early 2000s, like that. So
it's cool with me, man. I'm pretty sure he's not gonna run zone every play, but I'm definitely.
They say he run heavy zone though.
Yeah,
heavy zone in the 3-4 defense.
Just don't be running cover 2s on long down and distances. You straight with me.
I'm with you on that one.
That's like common sense.
It's not because they don't do it.
Because they constantly do it.
Like one guy, he was talking about running man a lot, and he did the running man to Green Bay, but the defensive coordinator did the running man to Miami. Jeff Hassley leaves the Green Bay Packers to get his first head coaching job with the Miami Dolphins. Like I said, he was the previous defensive coordinator for the Packers. Same guy that, hugged Michael when he got there and said, we're going to do so many great things. And we see how this season ended. Thank you, Caleb. 4 years, about 22 to 25 mil. We don't really got to talk too much about how much they're making. Because, again, do we feel like this is a good hire, especially seeing where the Dolphins were for so long? Me, I'm gonna start this one off. I think this is a good thing for the actual Dolphins because they need someone who's gonna come in and kind of be of a hard nosed person, right? Like I was listening to somewhere else and they was talking about how the head coach and their mentality fits the team. And Mike McDaniels is a offensive schemer. Like he's gonna always try to out scheme you or think of things of this way. And that's how the Dolphins were. I'm not trying to say the word that they use because I don't think that they were that word. I just think they were more of a finesse team. And Mike was a finesse guy when it comes down to his play calling and his schemes. I think with this head coach is going to be more of a, hey, no, we're going to work hard. We're going to punch you right in your face. And again, the division that you're in, you're going to have to be like that because you do have the Josh Allen and the Bills Mafia jumping through tables. You do now have the Patriots coming back and saying, hey, look, we went on a run for so many years, but now we're back. And then the Jets, they there. But we'll figure out what happens with the Jets and Aaron Glenn. I think he's going to get them back to a hard-nosed mentality, too, after they made all of the trades that they did. I think they're trying to revamp some things. I'm not saying the Jets are going to win more than how many games they're set to win, but they're going to be in the conversation as well. Bringing in this new head coach, changing the philosophy in Miami may do some good things. And when we do the panel with J-Mo this year, he may have a little bit more optimism.
Can I go real quick, Carl?
Go ahead. Do your thing.
And I'm going to ask you a question, and you can just jump right in. All right, Carl? So I like this move because, like you said, Tomo, they got a defensive guy, which they need. Like, I feel like they need toughness in Miami, especially where they came from. They need toughness. And one thing about the Packers defense, they flew around. When I watched the Packers play this year on defense, they were flying around. And when you see a defense flying around, that's a mark of a good coach. So I will say that. Now, Carl, I want to ask you this because he did coach at Boston College. And I'm pretty sure he's going to dig into that. He went 22-26. So that was his only time being a head coach. And this was from 2020 to 2023, around the COVID time. Mm-hmm. So, Carl, I guess you could talk about that and then go into your spiel.
Yeah, so I was already ahead of you, Joe. So he went 12-22 in the ACC. He did win a bowl game. His only bowl appearance, they did beat SMU, who did win the AAC championship against Tulane that year. That was with Cal Robichaux and Thomas Castellanos, funny enough. But here's my thing, right? So you see the record 22-26. You're like, man, that wasn't a good record. That was bad. He had one bad year. He went 3-9 at Boston College, and that really wrecked the record. Boston College isn't a school where you expect them to be playing for ACC titles or among the top, let's say 4 or 5. Well, they had divisions back then, but whatever. They're not a top ACC school. They're a pretty middle of the pack, not middle. I would say middle of the pack's a bottom tier ACC school. And he had them go 6-5 in 2020. They didn't play a bowl game because of, like you said, COVID. 6-6 2021, which I don't know why they didn't play a bowl game in that one. 2022 they went 3-9, 2-6, and then 2023 they went 7-6 by winning that military bowl against SMU. So he did a pretty good job at Boston College for what it's worth, in my opinion. So I don't, like I said, you'll look at the record and think it's bad. I don't think it's as bad as the record looks. I think he did a pretty good job there. Even like Boston College had guys like Andre Williams, and they weren't that great. Luke Kuechly went to Boston College. Like, they're not a great college football team. So I think he did a good job there, especially, like I said, going 1-1 bowls. Now, do I think this is a good hire? I think so. In a division where you have 2 quarterbacks, one established, Josh Allen, one up and coming, some may say he is here now, and Drake May. The perfect counter is a defense. So to have a defensive head coach, I think counteracts that. Now, can he get an OC? Can he get a quarterback? Because a lot of people, including myself, are kind of out on Tua. Tua got that large contract, though. If he can get an OC, and even if while he has Tua this year, can maximize Tua with Tyreek Hill possibly going back. Tyreek Hill has a lot of drama going on. You never know if he wants to be there, if he don't want to be there. Waddle coming back, Malik Washington.
Quinn Ewers.
Another South Florida guy. Quinn Ewers, who had a really good end to the season, if you ask me. I think that Miami Dolphins should be okay. Now, we seen when the Dolphins have talent compete for a AFC East title, just could not get over the hump. Can they get over the hump if it's now a 3-team race? I don't know. I'm gonna say no for the moment, but I don't know. But I think it's a good hire. I really do. I think it's a good hire to go defensive side of the ball as a head coach. And now you just got to get a good OC and figure things out.
Yeah, I'm with you on that one. And thinking of the Tua situation, I think if you the GM that comes in now, you just got to look at what Sean Payton did. Hopefully, do you believe enough in Quinn and Ewers to say we can get rid of Tua and just eat the what is it, the dead cap? I don't think so, but I'm just saying sometimes you just gotta look at it and be like, we can rebuild after that.
They said they don't know who their quarterback is.
Never mind them.
His contract is just so crazy.
I mean,
he just signed it too.
2024, July 2024. He signed a 4-year extension. He's signed to 2028.
But how much is fully guaranteed?
167.1.
Yeah, that's gonna be tough. But I seen the Eagles do it, so you can try. There's ways.
Yeah, Howie over there.
You gotta make yourself the new Howie, man. You gotta work. Yeah, you gotta work.
Yeah, man, boy. Better try to trade him to New York or something. I know it's in division, but try to finesse it in division.
Time out. Didn't they hire the Packers like assistant GM?
I don't know. Let me look.
Was that the Dolphins?
We spent over 20 years with Green Bay. John
Eric
That's
Sullivan,
how
he got spent the job.
20 years in Green Bay while Miami is entering. Yeah.
That's how the head coach got picked. Came for Green Bay.
I mean,
it makes sense. Now. Makes sense. Yeah.
I mean, you get bounced from the playoffs like that. You gotta make some moves.
I mean, not for nothing.
Nothing wrong with it. I'm just saying, like,
I say not for nothing. I wrote down the Packers ranks as while he was DC. 2024 was 6 in total yards, 6 in points per game, 13th in passing yards, 7 for rushing. And last year, 28th in rushing. It's not good. But 11 points per game, 12th in total, and 11th in passing.
I wasn't trying to.
Some of those probably might be affected from Michael being out at the end of the year.
Yes. Remember when Michael was there, their defense was, I'm telling you, bro, it was flying. Even last year when they lost to Philly, it wasn't a defense. They strapped Philly. It was Jordan Love throwing 3 interceptions.
And them being 28th in rushing. And Jerry
that was a different year.
No, he said last year.
He said last year when they played Eagles in the playoffs.
Yeah.
But Saquon didn't have a great. He didn't.
It was 28th in rushing, right?
That was 2025. They was 28th in rushing. The year Joe was talking about, they were 7th in rushing.
I'm confused.
So this year?
Yeah, I think I said last year because they're out. So
okay, all right, yeah, that's why I was like, huh? Okay, that's what. They were 7.
2024. So when he was the DC in 2024, that's when they were 6, 13, and 7.
Gotcha.
Last year, well, this ongoing season, but they're out. So I said last year, my fault. This year, the 20th in rushing, my fault.
Nah, it's all good. You kept saying they out. That's all I need to hear. All right,
I'm with you. Want some money on that game too? Thanks, pops.
Hey, everybody got a little bit of shredded cheese that day, but the Titans are passing some cheese around too, man. I know this one hurt you, Carl. This one here, this was your guy. You was vouching for him. You wanted this to happen, and then he said, "You know what, Carl? I want to come to Baltimore. I really do. But there's a guy in Jacksonville. I know that still plays, so I got to see him twice so I could prove it to y'all that he ain't who I think he is." And this is why I seen that on the social medias. They was like, he took that job out of spite. Because he want to go down there. He said, "Nah, Jacksonville, you got to see me twice now." And if you don't know what I'm talking about, Robert Saleh takes the head coaching job in Tennessee. I think right now, I was trying to see if they had his defensive coordinator, but I think they interviewing Brian Daboll as one of their OCs. So we don't know who's going to be on the staff just yet. But Robert Saleh coming from the Jets, going back to the 49ers in the NFC, saying, "I'm going to go back to the AFC. And I'm going to transform the Titans into, what Denzel did in that Disney movie." Joe, what you think about this hire?
Love it. I love this hire. I love it. I mean, Ken Ward, as the season progressed, he looked better. I like Ken Ward. He looked better and better. Shout out to Nick Foles. He looked better and better. That would be crazy that really happened. And their defense is trash. They were 28th in scoring defense last year. Robert Saleh is going to come in there for a show and turn our defense around. I still believe, like Carl said, it was not his fault in New York. It wasn't. It was not his fault. He didn't have a quarterback. He had Zach Wilson, and they were still winning 7 games every year. Then they bring in Mike White. Mike White scored like 4 touchdowns. They winning 7 games still. They almost made the playoffs with Mike White. And then they bring in Aaron Rodgers, and he brings his own guys, and it messed the whole situation up. So I feel like Robert Saleh he's a good energy guy. Like he's on the sideline, he's active. He's a really good coach. So I really think he's gonna go there and change the atmosphere and add that toughness to the Titans. Now, just like we said about the other coaches, who's gonna be the OC? Who I really like to be the OC for them is Brian Daboll. I know they're talking about Arthur Smith or Brian Daboll are like the two top candidates for the job. Do not get Arthur Smith. Get Brian Daboll. Brian Daboll would match the energy of Robert Saleh also. Like his energy that he has on the sideline with his players, that would be perfect with Cam Ward, the type of person he is. So I think if Daboll, only problem with getting Daboll is that he might be gone soon. Arthur Smith, I don't think, no matter how good of a year Cam Ward going to have, I don't think he'll get a head coaching job no time soon. But go get Brian Daboll, and I think it will be a perfect match for them in Tennessee.
I'm gonna let Carl go, then I'll answer your comment, Carter.
I obviously like it because if I went him in Baltimore, I mean Tennessee for sure, and Tennessee got some pieces there that he can turn up and make a good defense. He got an All-Pro and Jeffrey Simmons for sure. L'Jarius Sneed, L'Jarius Sneed. I think he's coming back from injury. I like Amani Hooker, the safety, so they got some pieces they can work with. But I think that this is, like you said, a real high energy guy. I think Cam Ward is a real high energy guy, so I think that matches. And I look at Salah low key like I would look at Vrabel for the Titans when Vrabel got hired with the Titans, and when Vrabel made it when he was at the Titans, they made an AFC Championship game. They made there was a number 1 seed. They
was battling. They was battling another team in the playoffs.
What you talking about? The Chiefs?
Yeah.
We won 1-1. We won 1.
They beat them, and they beat Tom Brady.
Yep, I'm not going to repeat what Vrabel said. I don't think Vrabel would say. I don't think Salah would say what Vrabel said for that Titans Patriots game. But nonetheless, he has his team fired up. So I think this is a very good hire for Tennessee. Like I said, I think he should be able to emulate the success of Vrabel. And again, like Joe said that I've said prior, don't think the Jets was his fault.
Nah, I agree.
I think he actually got a lot out of the Jets that most people probably couldn't have got out of the Jets.
7 games with Zach Wilson. With the same division with the Dolphins, with Cooking and the Bills.
Yep.
Yeah, I think that was a scapegoat job right there. But he went back, proved himself with the 49ers because the Jets just they weren't for you, man.
Exactly. But they beat Philly and they had both of their starting corners go out. And they beat Philly.
I remember that. Because they didn't beat the Cowboys, but they beat the Eagles. I remember that.
That's when I think Hurts had 3 interceptions that game.
Yeah, and he threw an interception to lose the game. I don't remember a lot, but I remember his losses.
Yeah, he did. He did on interception.
I don't remember Sam Darnold games, but I remember those Jalen Hurts games. You
and then they got some. Oh no. See, y'all was talking about the Jets. So I was about to say they got some first round picks because y'all was talking about the Jets. So I started thinking about the Jets picks. Never mind.
To answer this right quick, that's our defensive line coach. He was with the Jets.
You might as well talk about your DC also.
Yeah, it's all gonna roll into one. So with this one, I think it would be nice for him to go down there. I don't think he's staying with the Cowboys. Well, we clearly see that if he got the opportunity to be a defensive coordinator, I would take that versus staying in Dallas and still being a defensive line coach. Like you always want to move up. He will be missed, but hey, you gotta go. We got Quinnen out the deal. Thanks, Aaron. So with that being said, let me just roll right into this one right quick. So Dallas shakes the airwaves. They go in and they sign a defensive coordinator, basically the defensive backs coach or the passing game coordinator from the Philadelphia Eagles, Christian Parker. Oh, I thought you were saying another comment for a second. Christian Parker. I don't know the details of the actual contract, but you're talking about a 34-year-old. Joe, I'm sitting up here. And I'll be watching the NBA sometimes, and I'll be like, man, look at this kid, bro. He's 24 years old, making $15 million to play basketball. And then I look in Dallas, and I'm like, I'm older than my defensive coordinator. Like, that right there lets me know, man, look, we need to go, Joe. Don't nobody want to coach in Philly, so we need to go on up there and see if they'll hire us right quick. We need to refuse to lose, and we will have instant access. It would be like Brandon Graham when he went back. We will have a show, and we could tell you everything that's happening on the offensive side.
But I'm here for it.
but for him to come here, 34-year-old, he was under Vic Fangio. He was there also with Vic Fangio in Denver when Vance Joseph was the defensive coordinator too. So yes, close ties with both of them. I've been hearing a lot as far as just about what Eagle fans thought about him, about how they really wanted him to be the next DC if Vic was to retire. So that right there speaks volumes about the hire itself. And also just to think that the Cowboys are really going so far left field from their last 3 defensive coordinators to go get somebody that's like not even known or have a proven track record as far as what their defense is, says a lot about what Dallas is doing this year. I mean, there's been so many strange things that's happened over the last few years with this team that says things are changing, but I like it. Go do something different. Don't get no more retreads. You keep getting retreads, and then they come in, and then they be bad, and now you're mad at them for being themselves, Eberflus. But I like it.
Hold up.
Okay.
Hold up.
Super chat.
Oh, we got a little super chat. Hold on now. What that sign on that? Right there. Donations. Why is the hold up so far down? All right. Shout out to Cardo for the. I'm gonna just read it. Shout out to Cardo for the being a member for 27 months. Shout out to the network. Hey, bro. Yo, I said the same thing too, bro. There you go, right there. Shout out to the network. Hey, bro. Jerry had a brother, man, and Jerry cooking. Hashtag Ski Mask Jones. Hey,
That's true. He did hire.
That was the first thing I went through my
But he
mind.
went ahead. He's not the head coach though. That's where the thing falls at.
Hey, he might be. You know, he like to hire from within.
Within, you're right.
I don't know if you want that to be the case because that means Shotty is really wet.
No, Shotty gonna be there for a good while.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So I don't know if
Shotty gonna take us to the bowl. You know.
Okay.
I don't know when, but he gonna take us there. I ain't say when. That's the goal.
Tomo, you my guy, but let's not do
That's the goal. The goal, not the bowl.
Tomo, you my guy. Let's not do this.
The goal is the bowl. Our defensive coordinator was just in the Super Bowl. He could bring over some of them winning ties.
His coach ain't that old.
There you go.
No, there you go.
Up in Philly, it's cold.
Yes, it is, and no old.
And there you go. In Dallas, you gotta be bold.
Man,
Carl, say something so bad.
FJA is really stopping me from saying something, Tomo.
Just say it, man.
No.
It's FJA over here too. FJH.
No, but we can never be duplicated. Y'all need to stop what y'all doing.
Nah, bro, I'm not signing up another program, dog. You know, I just call it like I see it. You know what I mean? I see you guys don't throw it.
That's what I'm about to say. Nobody out waters.
Hey, yeah, cause we got hit with a.
Oh yeah,
I had a feeling.
Oh, for real? Yeah. I ain't thinking.
I guess because Sharon. I'm like, Sharon, what? Like, dang.
I guess because there's no words, so they can't be like, dang. That's tough. Yeah. I did not know that.
Because I think it played for a long time. Remember one time Coach hit the sound effect for a long time, and then his young guy, the Titanic. Anyway, my last words. Great episode, fellas. It was a fun one. Shout out to Griffey for being on. That was a fun segment right there. It was good to talk about all the news and coaches. I was curious to see what Carr had to say. He loved the move. That's good to hear. I'm really curious to see what Chris got to say. I think we still need to
like it. You talked about it in the chat.
Yeah, okay. I still think we should do these when the Super Bowl is over, when we transition to the NBA, that we should do the end of season panels for each team. I think we should still do that.
Oh, that's gonna be money now. I'm good with that.
Transition to the NBA. What am I, top level?
No.
About college?
Dang.
No, you know, because we cover mainly NBA.
Oh, you're talking about the show. All right, my bad.
Yeah. You know, I'm top level. No, not doing this to you. So yeah, but yeah, I had fun this episode like always. I don't have my jersey right here, but I got my shout out to the Commanders. We here. The Kings, y'all saw it. We on a fire sale. It literally, a reporter literally came out and said that we having a fire sale. I mean, fire sale. We getting rid of everybody. We about to send Sabonis to Toronto. We about to send DeRozan to the Warriors. They're looking to get DeRozan. We'll take them. Send DeRozan to the Warriors. Yeah, they said because Butler's hurt, they transitioned, pivoting, trying to get DeRozan now. So y'all can have them. We just need somebody to get LaVine. Like, get somebody to go get Zach LaVine for me, please. That's gonna be hard, but somebody go get him. I know they said the Bucks are interested in Zach LaVine though. If we take Kyle Kuzma, let's do it. You know, so I think I got the vision what the GM is trying to do. He's trying to collect these contracts that are going to expire and re-up next year. So, we learned from some teams in DC, But that's all I got for real. Shout out to everybody. Shout out to Carter for the super chat, and shout out to everybody in the comment section.
Take it away, Carl. Free Westbrook.
If they free Westbrook, he might be in Hong Kong. So last words. First of all, as y'all know, thank you for having me on the show. Secondly, I'm a big MSU fan. Number 10, Michigan State takes on 17th ranked in the Big Ten, Maryland. It's only 18. It's only 18 teams in the Big Ten. They're at the bottom. They're 17th ranked. Sorry, not sorry. So 12 o'clock. Make sure y'all tune in to the Chipotle Classic, Maryland versus Michigan State, man.
Hold on, talk about how many teams in the Big Ten?
18.
And they are what?
17.
Oh, they're 17th in the Big Ten.
Yeah.
Joe.
You throw 17 for the country. You can't be 1-7 in conference play.
That's why when he said 17, let's go. I'm like, he didn't hear him. He clearly didn't hear him.
I was thinking about that setup all day. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. But yeah, man, we got the Chipotle Classic tomorrow. I got a couple shout outs in mine though. Shout out
Wale.
Coach Travis Steele. What was that?
Wale.
Ain't got nothing to do with that. Shout out
He
Coach
done bought
Travis
you like
Steele.
18 bowls already. You might as well shout him out.
He won you like 18 bowls.
Yeah.
Nah, Malik Washington throwing a pick at the end of the
Carl
game.
looking for Wale. No, every game y'all play.
I don't be looking for Wale. That's Tomo, so we can use him. I don't care Wale there or not.
Curse.
Carl still he's like, bro.
The curse is real. That's all I'm saying.
But you still talking about these like, bro, come on, man. What's funny watching this game?
That.
But yeah, shout out Coach Travis Steele, Miami of Ohio Redhawks. Best start in MAC history ever for the Miami of Ohio Redhawks. They're 20-0. They won their last two games in overtime in games they should have lost, if we're being honest. But shout out to them either way. I've been rooting for them since last year. I hope they get to the tournament this year. They're also ranked number 25 in the country. May change. Shout out to Coach Josh Schwartz, head coach of St. Louis basketball, who are 24th in the country. They are now 19-1, undefeated in A10 play. They ranked 24th in the country. First time being ranked since 2021. So shout out Robbie Avila and the Billikens for that. Also want to shout out Nebraska. Never have I ever thought I would see Nebraska be number 7 in the country in basketball. This is their best start ever in program history, and it's all due to Coach Hoiberg and what he brings. And shout out his son too. His son is balling as well for Nebraska. They beat my Michigan State boys by 2 at their house. I'm still sick about that.
Loser.
They are the. I'm sorry. What was that? Because some team that only won 1 game in Big Ten Conference said something.
Don't worry about it. We about to have 2. Continue.
It ain't gonna be this Saturday. It ain't gonna be Saturday. Y'all 17.5 point underdogs. Anyway, so shout
17.
out.
I'm gonna let you finish your shout out.
Shout out Coach Hoiberg for remaining undefeated, not only in Big Ten play, but in the season, having the best start to program history ever for the Nebraska Cornhuskers. Shout out Coach Mentor for getting a job. Now let's turn this Ravens team up and make a bowl and hopefully win it. So my boy Lamar can get the credit he really deserves, and not the sympathy that some other quarterbacks get. Shout out the Pistons. We currently playing the Rockets. We're up by 1, 58-57. A long game left third quarter. 8 minutes left in the third quarter. But great season we're having so far. Did not expect us to be the 1 seed for as long as we have been. I'm actually starting to like it now. Like at first, I'm like, it don't matter. I'm actually starting to care now. And yeah, that's all I got for y'all, man. I had to throw some college basketball shout outs because we're actually having a season where teams are like breaking like thresholds. Like even Vanderbilt, I want to say had like their best start. They're on a 3-game losing streak now, but they had like one of their best starts ever. So it's amazing. I love what I see in college basketball. Oh, one thing. Stop letting players come from the G League that's been drafted but didn't play in any games come back to college basketball. It's getting ridiculous. Alabama got a former Alabama guy who played with them 3 years ago who was on an NBA G League roster coming back, and they got a temporary restraining order for him to play tomorrow against Tennessee. Charles, I can't remember how to pronounce his last name. It's no way he should be able to come back to school after leaving 3 years ago. You're taking away opportunities from these kids that work so hard for them to have them.
That's what LeBron said. That I didn't even know that was happening. That's crazy. That's crazy.
He ain't the only one. That's just one.
That's crazy. Shout out to our superstar. That's insane.
Wouldn't help.
Shout out to our superstar. Man. It will. 17 and a half at 17.
Oh, I'm sorry.
We're going to beat y'all by 17. Huh? Go ahead. Get your shot.
Shout out Coach Kevin Willard of Villanova. He ran from that Maryland job to take the Villanova job. And it was the right decision. 15-4, top 5 in the Big East.
He sold us. Why are you even doing this, Carl? Why are we doing this?
Hey, meanwhile,
he sold out on us. He ran away from the job after he sold us in the tournament.
I need to get up out of here.
Nah, that was his fault.
I need to get up out of here. How? Y'all made the tournament under him. Y'all not even making the NIT.
Yeah, because you want to run out of there. You should have stuck around.
Villanova ain't been good in years.
What's wrong with these teams, man?
Kyle Neptune was not good, and I said they needed to get rid of Kyle Neptune, and they did for Kevin Willard. And Kevin Willard is about to take Villanova back to the tournament as an at-large. So shout out to him. Way to get up out of Maryland.
Ran away.
Exactly. Fast. Quick fast. Like during the tournament, he left.
Insane. That's why we lost.
No,
what's wrong with these teams?
Because you weren't supposed to. You got to where I predicted you to get to. You met expectations.
Man, have this argument in the chat.
No, there's no argument. Maryland sucks.
It is an argument. There is an argument. You don't take the job while you're trying to compete for the championship. That's insane.
You were not getting the championship.
That's the same thing Dan Quinn did, and look what happened to the Cowboys.
Go ahead and get your last words off.
Dan Quinn did it, and look what happened. Now they make up a rule. You can't talk to the coach until they get eliminated. Now they want to do that. They didn't want to do it when the Cowboys was in the playoffs.
For Kevin Willard, because they knew what he was going through.
As soon as the Cowboys not in the playoffs, now they want to say, no, don't talk to the coaches. They got to prep for the game.
No, you can talk to the coach, but they got to play their first game first.
That's dumb.
That's weird.
See, Maryland played their first game. It was the second game.
Nah, he's talking about NFL.
I'm talking NFL.
Yeah. I'm just saying.
Nah.
He tried to use it to translate.
Willard sounds like your pet gerbil's name, and that's what he did. He ran away. Willard. Shout out to our superstar members, man. Shout out to Chavo, Dimitri, Big O, BWT Teddy, Decorius, Coach Coombs, Giovanni, Donnell, RBO Vaughn, Taniqua, Dave, myself, and Joe. And no shout outs going to Willard. See, Willard, Wale, the W's in Maryland. You see what it is?
Brother.
You see what it is? But we're going to get a W on Saturday. That's all I got to say. And shout out to Jerry Jones in the front office for actually doing something right this time and listening to your head coach. Just trust him and see what happens. Wizards, front office, I don't even know where to start with y'all, but I ain't got enough time. We got to go. We already overtime. But I want to say thank y'all for everything you're doing because we are shaking up the NBA. I can't wait to be with Carl at next year. Talking about we in the 1 to 2 seed. I can't wait.
Just don't bring Freaky Z to DC.
It's happening. It's going to happen.
Man,
all right, y'all. Oh, also, Tomo.
Zion, huh?
Going forward, we are moving to Showtime.
There we go.
Till Monday and Thursday. Yeah, so Monday and Thursday. So we will be here on Monday, y'all. Not on Tuesday no more or Friday no more. We are Monday, Thursday at the same time, 7 p.m. Eastern time. So we'll see y'all this Monday. All right? Half y'all going to be snowed in anyway. That's Monday. Let me check us out.
I'm going to be eating Chipotle. Speaking into existence.
Yours and mine. That's fine.
Y'all still talking about.
All right, one gonna be free.
Today.
Mine.
We'll see y'all next episode.
Mine. Let's go,
Monday.
Joe. Joe's supposed.
Thank you for staying to the end. If you're watching this on YouTube, please like this video, subscribe, and also hit that notification button so you can be notified next time we put out a video. If you're listening on any podcast platform, subscribe and hit that notification button, y'all, so you can be notified we put out another podcast audio. And last but not least, hit that share button. No matter what you're listening to or watching it, hit that share button and send it to somebody that you know that would love to watch this episode you just listened to. So once again, thank you for staying to the end, and we'll see y'all in the next episode.